So, guys, I was just on the computer and I was on my YouTube and I was looking at, you know how, Jesus Christ, I gotta find something I can slick this shit down with. I got hillbilly wings. I haven't taken a shower yet today. It's getting, this is what my hair does when it gets long. I was looking and I got some messages on a video I did a while back about knife steels. And some people are like, well, back up what you're saying. You're talking about edge retention and in blade steels and things like that. Why don't you do some cut tests and edge retention testing? So just to throw this out there for all of y'all, there's a reason you will never see me do edge retention testing. Now, I know you've seen there's YouTubers out there that have done it. Smoke Eater 908 did it. What's his name? Jake Davis did it. There's other people who have done it, and they do it with sisal rope, and they cut rope, and Outdoors 55 has done it, and I like his channel. He's got a good channel. He's done some good stuff. As a matter of fact, we've done some stuff where he did a video, and then I did the sharpening on a car window, and then he went and did it and mentioned my video. And here's the thing. The reason you won't see me do it is because no matter how I do it, it's always going to be subjective. And I'm not going to put myself out there for that kind of scrutiny. Now, I've seen all the videos of people doing edge retention testing where they take a knife and they cut some sort of medium, be it cardboard and things like that. And you're like, well, this steel cut better than this steel. Well, problem is, two different knife configurations, two different edge thicknesses, two different, might be a factory edge. Who knows how they're doing it? And the fact is that they're cutting with two different knives. Like I said, two different. I could take a Gent and a Sebenza. Well, it's not. It's Sebenzas. They're the same steel. Well, kind of different, but so what you're looking at is, thickness behind the edge will play a part in edge retention and things like that. It's just too subjective. What you would have to have is two knives made exactly the same way, exactly the same thickness, exactly the same edge angle, and heat treated in exactly the same process for those two different steels, basically by the same company. And you would have to have several different several examples of each of those steels in those knives as controls. Then, that's not just it though, because no matter how hard you try, and I've seen people try it, like Outdoors actually tapes off a specific area and he only cuts in that area. I don't care how hard you try, you're not going to be able to duplicate exact pressure in that exact area on that knife on both sides. So your cut angle is going to change from cut to cut. It's too subjective because the fact is I'm a person, not a fucking machine. So to do an actual edge retention test, you need a machine and you need your test medium. Because here's another part of it. Your test medium needs to be exactly the same every time. And even though that sisal rope, that I've seen Smoke Eater 908 do, and don't get me wrong, it's entertaining to watch him do it, if I can cut it, and then you're like, oh, look, it's dull. Yeah, of course it's dull. Natural fiber rope's really hard on an edge. But the fact is that it's never going to be the same. You're going to push harder. Like I've seen oh, I'll do a couple push cuts, and I'll do a draw cut, and I'll do that. It needs to be exactly the same every time for the entire duration of the test. It's about the only way to do it, which you pick a test medium and a machine that uses a constant pressure, and it feeds the exact same test medium, and it pushes, and it pushes, and it pushes, and it pushes. And every time it cuts, it's the same pressure, and when it no longer cuts, then it's dull. It's the only way to do it. That's why you're never going to see me do it. And the flip side of that, too, is really, who fucking cares? When I say that I find a knife when I say that I have noticed, because I will say from my personal experience, that S35VN on my Gent holds an edge The edge retention on this is way better than it is on my Sebenza. That's from my personal experience, the way that I use a knife. The way I use a knife, the things that I put it through, the fucking stressors that I put a knife through that would make it get dull. This lasts a lot longer. The edge on my Gent lasts a lot longer than it does on my Sebenza. It has gotten to the point where my Sebenza spends all of its time in my case because it's disappointing. You pull it out, you get ready to use it, and it's dull. A couple cuts in, I don't have time for that anymore. I like the fact that they did make it softer, but you know, that's where I say something holds an edge longer. I can tell you that, well, this holds an edge a good bit longer than my Sebenza. My Fortis, and not even my Fortis, my Archbishop, my Ferrum Forge Archbishop at 20 CV holds an edge way longer than either of them. And then, you know, I haven't tried any of Elliot's in-house 20 CV on some of his knives yet, but I do know that Elliot's L-Max with his in-house heat treat, holy crap, it holds an edge way longer than anything else that's in my case. So when I say edge retention, I'm specifically talking through the rigors that I put a knife through. What I've noticed holds an edge. You know, I break down all the boxes. I cut flaps off. When somebody sends me a box, if it doesn't fit in a drawer, I cut the tops off so I can stack stuff up. The things that I day-to-day do with a knife, I can definitely tell you that I see certain steels that hold an edge better. So that's why, guys, don't send me a message. Put your money where your mouth is. Do an edge retention test. It's not going to happen. Because I know for a fact that that's not a valid test. It's just a hillbilly with a screwed up haircut cutting a bunch of rope. That's all it is. And it gets you nowhere. And one of the other things that I've seen them do is they'll set those knives down and they pick it up. Well, now it feels sharper than it did when I got done a few minutes ago. Yeah, you know why? Steel, as much as it might not seem like it, has a memory. You can cut a bunch of stuff, set a knife down and come back to it. It feels, feels like it got sharper. I didn't just drop it. There's a reason. You ever wonder why I tell everybody in the razor videos, always strop before you use it, not after you shave? Get down. Goddamn dog's trying to get up on the counter. I'm making chicken noodle soup. So when you shave with a straight razor, you don't get done and immediately strop. No, you don't want to do that because the steel's all bent out of shape. You give it a minute, you give it a day, and that steel will try to go back because it has a memory. It does. Just like a spring. You pull a spring, it's going to try to go back. It just takes it a little bit. Same thing with a steel knife. Those guys would do those edges and they would cut. And I watched Smoke Eater 908 do it with a couple knives. It's like, well, that feels sharper than it did when I got done. Yeah, you let it sit for a few minutes. It tried to go back to its natural bias. It did. And so, you know, all these subjective things, these subjective terms, edge retention, what is sharp, you know, for me, something that I think is really sharp might not, like I said, I've said it a bunch of times, might not fit the bill for everybody else. So, guys, I know that it has been scant with the videos lately, but there's, like I said, there's a few reasons. I started shooting a video this morning. I didn't get it finished. I'm going to come back to it. It kind of explains stuff, but I'm going to let you know now. There's a few reasons that videos have been kind of fewer and farther between. I'm spending time with my family. They're going to go to Japan here, I think next month. Next month. And so I'm spending time with them. And I haven't had anything new come in. I didn't want to just throw up videos that were just garbage content just for the sake of throwing up videos. But this came up and I'm like, I really want to address that. So you guys know who you are, that, you know, sending a message to me on YouTube. I don't check those as often as I check DMs, but, you know, I check them occasionally. there's been some stuff that go on. I just talked to Dwayne Smotherman about it. I'll go ahead and let you guys know. I had a cancer scare. The doctor thought I had cancer, and I was kind of tripped out. Turns out the doctor's just not real smart. Thought I had skin cancer. Turns out, nope, it's not cancer at all. It's a wart. I'm gonna go get it froze off. I'm gonna get it froze off here in probably next week sometime. So I was nervous, and I didn't want to, I didn't want to come out in a video and be all, scatterbrained about it. So they're gonna freeze this thing back off, which is called a wisdom barnacle. And this thing under here, which is a wart, the doctor told me, says, people get warts in weird places. That's just an unusual place to get a wart. So, haven't had a bunch of weird stuff come in. I have a video that I'm trying to get together. I've got a diarrhea here at the house that I'm going to do. And I have some refinishing that I'm going to do. I'm going to try and get video of the before and after. But, guys, it's not a great time right now. Business has been slow, and I'm about to lose my baby girl and my big girl, my wife, for like 2 months. They're going to be gone for the entire summer. So I apologize with the content, and I will try to be a little bit better with content. You guys want to see what I worked on today? Let me show you. Hold out just a second. I did paper cutter blades for Aaron Hart. Hang on. So they're done. But these are paper cutter blades for his daughter's school. This one was really bad. They're just paper cutter blades like the old paper cutters that we used to use in elementary school, only much bigger. These ones I think are the guillotine style. I don't know. These ones, I couldn't do anything with this one, and I'm not sure if I did anything at all to this one. But yeah, that's what I spent some time doing. These two are sharp. These two are very sharp, because they're just a chisel ground paper cutter. So that's how I spent my day. Ain't easy. And I gotta go to baby girl's I gotta go to my baby girl's school tonight, which means that I gotta shave and take a shower because I smell like roadkill. But guys, I will get more content up. I've got some stuff coming in that'd be cool. I got a HEA knives coming in from a guy. I've got some other stuff that's coming in. I had a custom knife that was in. I just didn't get a chance to shoot any video of it because I wasn't, like I said, I was in no mood. I was worried about that thing under my eye. I was like, great, now I got cancer. Doctor's like, I think that's cancer. Now I'm gonna go back and talk to him. I think you're an idiot. But that's why they say they're practicing medicine, because they're never real good at it. So, all right, guys, love y'all. Take it easy, and I'll talk to y'all later.